I don't care whether people say, The Office is rubbish, Extras is worse, Flanimals is a waste of time. He's not funny, he never has been. I hate him. I don't mind that at all. In fact, not only do I expect it, I celebrate it, because I think the haters are really important. There's nothing new about anti-work philosophy. History is dotted with individuals and groups who decided that laziness was next to godliness and work was a waste of time. Madness is a waste of time. It creates nothing. Doing a thing well is often a waste of time. Dealing with complexity is an inefficient and unnecessary waste of time, attention and mental energy. There is never any justification for things being complex when they could be simple. I don't get jealous of people. Jealousy is such a waste of time because you're jealous of them, and they go about their lives and have a wonderful time, so what's the point? Remember that no relationship is a total waste of time. You can always learn something about yourself. Criticizing the other fellow because he's in and you are not seems to me a futile waste of time. Boredom is the feeling that everything is a waste of time, serenity, that nothing is. Nothing is a bigger waste of time than regretting the past and worrying about the future. At least in my life, I cannot hold on to grudges. It's a waste of energy, a waste of time. I believe there are more urgent and honorable occupations than the incomparable waste of time we call suffering. After high school, I enrolled at the University of Nebraska at Lincoln, but I stayed only a year and a half. I felt college was a waste of time. I wanted to start working. I haven't made a movie for a while, but I've watched a lot. It's my major waste of time. I like to work, but also to be waiting for work. The biggest waste of time is to do well something that we need not do at all. Careers very rarely are a waste of time, jobs usually are. My tears of love are a waste of time if I turn away. It's good to be a martyr for your art, but it's just such a waste of time. I completely understand social media as a method of promotion and digesting information, but it just seems like a colossal waste of time to me, and there's a million other ways I'd rather waste my time. Sleep is a waste of time. I believe that all government is evil, and that trying to improve it is largely a waste of time. Rest is not idleness, and to lie sometimes on the grass under trees on a summer's day, listening to the murmur of the water, or watching the clouds float across the sky, is by no means a waste of time. We had a few non-fiction books at home, but my dad was of the opinion that fiction was a complete and utter waste of time because it wasn't real, so what was the point of reading it? Eventually, I believe, current attempts to understand the mind by analogy with man-made computers that can perform superbly some of the same external tasks as conscious beings will be recognized as a gigantic waste of time. There is no waste of time in life like that of making explanations. I don't wish anybody ill, I really don't. I've got a lot of faults, but I was never jealous or envious or, it's a waste of time. I really hate drama. It's draining, it's mentally draining. It's a waste of time. Short as life is, we make it still shorter by the careless waste of time. I don't get involved in politics. I think that it is a waste of time and money because very often a politician cannot do much, and if you give him money, you embarrass him, so he can't do anything. Insecurity is such a waste of time. Being nervous is a waste of time. You have got to believe in yourself every time you go out there and race. If you have no faith in your ability, all that training has been a waste of time. Doing films in Latin America is like an act of faith. I mean, you really have to believe in what you're doing because if not, you feel like it's a waste of time because you might as well be doing something that at least pays you the rent. Not having to own a car has made me realize what a waste of time the automobile is. If we keep making things based on violence and platform jumping, you don't need Ellen Page to do this, to be honest. It would be a waste of time and a waste of money. School was a waste of time for me. I was bored and left at 16. I started taking correspondence courses at college instead. I did incredibly well. I won an award for my grades. I didn't know what Facebook was, and now that I do know what it is, I have to say, it sounds like a huge waste of time. I remember that when I was little, my parents felt that I should study to become a teacher. They thought football was a waste of time and I'd never succeed at it. Any acceleration constitutes progress, Miss Glory. Nature had no understanding of the modern rate of work. From a technical standpoint, the whole of childhood is pure nonsense. Simply wasted time. An untenable waste of time. The single biggest misconception about games is that they're an escapist waste of time. I don't play video games and generally think that online activism is a giant waste of time. I used to be hung up on my figure, but it's a waste of time. I don't believe in diets. Have 4 pints one night, be healthy the next. All blame is a waste of time. No matter how much fault you find with another, and regardless of how much you blame him, it will not change you. The only thing blame does is to keep the focus off you when you are looking for reasons to explain your unhappiness or frustration. Yes, I never go to the gym otherwise because I think it's a waste of time and the most boring thing on earth. The internet is a waste of time, and that's exactly what's right about it. My perfect day is sitting in a room with some blank paper. That's heaven. That's gold, and anything else is just a waste of time. I regard it as a waste of time to think only of selling. One forgets one's art and exaggerates one's value. Myths are a waste of time. They prevent progression. I catnap now and then, but I think while I nap, so it's not a waste of time. I am a romantic, in a literary way, by which I mean the romantic poets, who thought just because a sensation is fleeting doesn't mean it isn't valuable. If the only criterion of value is whether something lasts, then the whole of human life is a waste of time. Visit our website for more quotes, quoting.com.